Mr. President, on an unrelated issue, tomorrow the Senate Judiciary Committee will hold a confirmation hearing for Kash Patel, President Trump's nominee for FBI Director. What is the Federal Bureau of Investigation? We all have an image of it from television and from life experience, but it's 38,000 men and women, some of the best law enforcement professionals, not just in the United States, but in the world, who are charged with keeping America safe. I witnessed 9/11 in this building, looking down the mall, watching billowing smoke coming in from the plane that crashed into the Pentagon. And we thought to ourselves immediately, who is doing this to the United States? Who should we ask? The Federal Bureau of Investigation, and that's what we did. Time and again, we've gone to the FBI when the most serious law enforcement issues came up, and we still do. It's a critical agent. 38,000 employees and investigators, 400 offices all around the world. The person who heads the FBI has an awesome responsibility and awesome authority. Kash Patel is the nominee of President Trump to head up this agency. Let me tell you about him. I've met with him and I've reviewed his record. I'm deeply concerned about his fitness to serve as FBI Director. He has neither the experience, the judgment, nor the temperament to head this critical agency. As the lead investigative agency of the federal government, the FBI plays a crucial role in keeping America safe from terrorism, violent crime, and other major threats. Our nation needs a director of the FBI who is ready on day one and who understands the importance of maintaining the integrity and independence of the agency. Unfortunately, Mr. Patel's record of service to the government demonstrates the opposite. He has pledged his loyalty to President Trump and promised to weaponize the FBI on President Trump's behalf. Mr. Patel has published an enemies list of 60 people whom he calls, quote, government gangsters. He told far-right extremist Steve Bannon, quote, these people need to go to prison. I'm not going to go through all the names, but Mr. Patel has published it in his book, which I've had an opportunity to read not once but twice. Government Gangsters, it's called. It spells out in detail his enemies list, his hit list that he would have. This list includes many distinguished public servants who've dedicated their lives to our nation. Among them are Democrats and Republicans, including former Trump administration officials like the Secretary of Defense Esper. And then there's Mr. Patel's plan to, quote, this is, I'm quoting his statement, shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one, reopen it the next day as a museum of the deep state, close quote. This man wants to head the FBI and calls for closing down its headquarters the day after he would have that authority. For goodness sakes. Mr. Patel has peddled debunked conspiracy theories throughout his adult life that benefit President Trump, Patel claims that January 6th was, quote, never an insurrection, and that the FBI, get this now, this is what Patel says, the FBI was planning January 6th for a year. Can you imagine that? He has even co-produced and sold recordings of a song performed by January 6 rioters who violently assaulted our police officers. During tomorrow's confirmation hearing, I will continue to press Mr. Patel on his many statements and positions. Will he focus on keeping the public safe from terrorism, drug trafficking, and violent crime, or will he focus on his trail of grievances and President Trump's agenda? I fear Mr. Patel's record demonstrates the latter.